everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our real quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend. So head on over to infinityflux.net right now where you can start placing your pre-orders. Your pre-orders are due Sunday by 9 o'clock, so you don't miss out on any of these awesome comics. And we got a big one to start off with.
We're going to start with Skinbreaker #1. This is a whole new book from Robert Kirkman and David Finch. Andy and I got a chance to read this a few weeks back, and it's very, very, very good. So it's about this chieftain named Enor. He has led his tribe for a really, really long time. That's him on the cover, I believe, in the back.
Yeah.
But his time is coming to an end because he's very old, and he wants his heir, Enoch, to take over for him, but Enoch is a little bit weary of this. He's not sure if he's worthy, basically. And you can see in Enor's hand that is a weapon called a Skinbreaker. But he's so old now he can barely lift it, and that's why he needs an heir to take over for him. But a bloody power struggle begins from this, and an even bigger threat lurks in the darkness beyond their village. This book is beautiful. The artwork and the details, everything about this is great. So we'll talk lots more about it on Friday.
Next up, we have a new, very interesting book. This is C.O.R.T, Children of the Round Table #1. This could be a 6-issue miniseries, and that's spelled like C.O.R.T. This is by Tom Taylor, and this is kind of a creator-owned book within the DC universe, as we see a brand new take on the Legend of Camelot, because for centuries there was a thing called the Camelot Corps, and I guess it was these kind of defenders of truth and justice. We don't quite know yet, but when a giant rock falls out of the sky in front of these children, they discover there's a sword in the stone, and they are going to become the new defenders, the new horror of Camelot. So I think this sounds really, really cool. And yeah, a brand new take on this, but set within the DC universe.
Well, I don't think it's not part of the DC universe proper. I don't think.
It said set in the DC universe.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. Or I could be completely wrong.
Next up is Red Hood #1. This is cool because it's DC's first ever in continuity, ongoing, mature reader's title. So this is a mature book, but it's not Black Label. It is within the continuity of what's going on in the DC universe. After the events of Hush 2, Jason Todd leaves Gotham and Batman, and he puts down roots in a town called New Angelique. It's a city full of crime and corruption. But he soon gets sucked into a terrible conspiracy involving a superpowered serial killer. But he's not the only one on the scene. Helena Bertinelli, aka the Huntress, is involved as well. But is she there to stop him or to help him?
Next up, what I'm very excited about, this is Star Wars Boba Fett, Black, White, and Red. So much like all the other Black, White, and Red books, this is going to be an anthology-style series. This one, it seems, instead of the three stories per issue, each individual issue is going to be a standalone story, which I love because you get a little bit more story than when you get the shorts. This first issue is by Benjamin Percy, and the art's by Chris Allen, and it's about an impossible job for Boba Fett as he is going after someone who has basically screwed over the Empire and the Rebels, and they're both gunning for him as he is also going after this bounty. So it sounds really cool, and like I said, each issue is going to be a separate standalone story by different creators.
Next is the Twilight Zone #1, and this is cool because it's a new horror anthology series, and I know we have a lot of those, but Twilight Zone was the original, right? So it's like they're coming back to their roots. So they're trying to take back over. So in this issue, it's called Blanks. It's a story about people suddenly being frozen like statues in a once bustling metropolis. Things become quieter by the minute as people are replaced by featureless versions of themselves, and you can see a little bit of that on the cover there.
Next up, we have a big one. This is Venom 250. So they are going back to the legacy numbering for this. This is going to be 56 pages, and it is, as you can see on the cover, the return of Null, and this time going up against Mary Jane as Venom. Now, we do think this is maybe wrapping up Mary Jane's time as Venom before we go into 251 as they continue the legacy numbering. But in this, there is a Cult of the Void is gathering in deep space, but only one Skrull soldier knows the terrible secret that Null has already returned. And craziness is going to ensue. So I'm very excited about this one. And we'll have to see what comes next for Venom.
Next is The Batman Second Night #1. This is going to be a new 6-issue miniseries that's following on the heels of the original The Batman miniseries from Dan Jurgens and Mike Perkins. Just like the first series, this is set back in 1940. A few months after the first series, there is a vicious killer on a murder spree that's taking Gotham City to its breaking point. Bodies are turning up in gruesome ways, all staged with the killer's calling card, a hangman's noose. But while Batman tries to solve this mystery, a young reporter from the Daily Star named Lois Lane arrives in Gotham, but it's not long before she finds herself in the clutches of this new villain.
Next up, we have a new book from Mad Cave. It killed everyone but me.
Oh no, that's not.
This is set. It begins in the summer of 1996. Sutton Reed had it all. She was popular. She had great friends, a great family, but a terrible weekend happened where everyone died by something called the Riverton Massacre. So some killer or something happened. Now, 30 years later, two missing teens look like it may be related to what happened 30 years previously. And now she is divorced. She is a single mother, and she is going to have to undig some of those past traumas if she is going to figure out what happened to those kids.
And next is Racer X #1. This is going to be an 8-issue series that runs parallel with the new Speed Racer series that just came out. And it's all about Rex Racer, Speed's brother. He was once a rising star in the racing world until he was beaten and left for dead. But now he's masked, he's scarred, and driving for revenge. And his only goal is to protect his brother, take down the syndicate, and outrun his past. Although that sounds like 3 goals. But yeah, new Racer X book.
And next up, we've got, of course, Absolute Batman #12. This current story arc is incredible. And this is how much longer can Batman survive Bane's brutal onslaught. We've seen that he's went to pretty drastic measures to defend himself, but how much more can he take? His body is broken, but his mind and spirit are stronger than ever. And of course, I think that's how he's going to take down Bane is with his mind, because you cannot outpunch this crazy version of Bane. And that is it for Top Comics 2 Pre-Order in a Flash. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to head on over to infinityflux.net right now, where you can place your pre-orders. Start placing them now so you don't forget, so you don't miss out on these awesome books when they are released in a few weeks. And stay tuned for our show on Friday, Comics from the Future. We'll be going over these books, their variants, and much more. There was a lot of stuff we had to cut from this show that we really wanted to talk about, but we'll talk about on Friday, like Blue Falcon and Dynamite, which is going to be awesome. So don't miss out on that one. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. And until next time, see ya.